And good afternoon and welcome to football on a Saturday in Week 8 on the IHSA. We're at Carrollton today for one of the best matchups that I enjoy each and every year when they get to play each other. The Carrollton Hawks, 5-2, take on the 7-0 Camp Point Central Panthers. Two teams played rivalries, two teams that respect and love each other. They emulate each other in the way they do things, not necessarily the offenses and defenses, but a lot of similarities. And two great head coaches, and if you'd like to watch a pregame interview with those two, go to my Facebook page at Jack Hall, and you can watch the interviews with Rodney Flowers of Carrollton and Brad Dixon of Camp Point Central. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal, here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Our friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through a buying of a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. It's football on a Saturday. Central Illinois Sports on YouTube. Call your friends and neighbors that can't be here. It's a windy, brisk, beautiful football day. You're going to enjoy it. Stay tuned. We come back with more on the pregame show after these.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Prairie Land FS provides complete seed and application service. Our trained energy specialist, along with our crop specialist, can help you take your farming to the next level. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Phoenix Bacon alongside today, running the camera out in the wind and the cold, so say a little prayer for him. And if you'd like to buy him a set of gloves, he'd like to have those. I gave him a pair today. Tim Hull's running the computer. Bob Ray's going to join us in just a little bit with some color and some stats for you. I'm Jack Hull, and we are glad you're with us today on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the experts at Great Rivers Bank, location in Berry, Pittsfield, Liberty, and Hannibal. Here to serve the entire region and beyond. Check out their online loan applications at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. They'll give you the best rates that are available right now. Hope you'll stay tuned for that. And also our scoreboard sponsor, PCRE Real Estate and Auction. They are located in Pittsfield and throughout the area, in Calhoun, also in Jerseyville and around the area. It's your number one source for buying and selling real estate in West Central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction farmland, recreational or hunting land, residential or commercial property, you have the right place. PCRE Real Estate and Auction. Hey, we've got our house listed with them. Give Chris Nichols a call and come over and take a look at it. I think it'd make a good one. Kathy and I decided 6 bedrooms and 3 baths, a little bit too much for 2 people these days, so we're going to downsize a little bit, but we thank them for their sponsorship. Let's take a look at some things that happened last night. Of course, Pittsfield got a big win last night over Petersburg Porter, their first win of the season. On Thursday night, Sullivan got the 18-15 win over Mather, and Sullivan 4-4 on the season now, and Mather is 6-2. Kind of a big deal there on that one. Also, Elmwood Brimfield beat Abington last night 22-14. Belleville Altoff, a 4A team playing in 1A. Who knows why? 7-1 now as they beat Granite City 0-8, 53-14. Can I say that? You bet I can. Also, we saw Arthur Lovington 8-0 on the season, beat Arcola 32-10. Arcola 3-5 now. Athens, who's the 9th-rated team in 2A, 7-1, beat Riverton, the team that without a win in the conference, 64-14. That'll be Pittsfield's opponent next week. Beardstown got the 38-26 win over North Green, but North Green's offense came alive last night and heard a lot of good things about that. Also, congratulations to both of those teams. Calhoun with a 42-0 win over Brown County. They're playoff eligible now at 5-3, and Brown County 2-6, and were eliminated from playoff action. Bureau Valley 4-4 now, beat Aurora Central Catholic, who's 3-5, 67-19. In the game, Ziegler Royalton was defeated by Edwards County 28-20. Quincy Notre Dame got a big lead in the first quarter and one going away last night, and a team from the St. Louis area I'd never heard of. Central A&M now 3-5, 29-22 winners over Macon Meridian. Centralia was defeated in a shootout by Mount Vernon 70-41. Defense was optional in that one. Charleston beat Taylorville 55-7, and some other action we see, and then I hit the wrong button and we lost our scoreboard for a minute. I'll go back up and tell you that Triad beat Civic Memorial 51-6 last night. Collinsville 28-6 over Cahokia. Breeze Central now moves to 6-2. They beat Columbia 33-13. Stockton got the win up north 14-6 over Dakota in a good rivalry game. Also, Deer Creek Mackinac moved to 4-4 with a 16-8 win over El Paso Gridley, who's 5-3. A bit of an upset there. Morton, who's the 7th-rated team in 5A, won 10-6 over Dunlap in a defensive contest. East St. Louis beat Edwardsville 27-15. East St. Louis is the number 1 rated team in 6A. Edwardsville, the 5-rated team in 7A. And East St. Louis's Flyers got the win in that one. Fairfield moved to 4-4 with a 44-0 win over Hamilton County. Dupac got the win over Forreston 6-0 last night. Dupac is the 3A 10th-rated team. Forreston was the number 3 team in 1A. Forreston still has to play Lena next week. Ought to be a dandy there. Galesburg was defeated by Moline 41-10. Quincy High School moved to 8-0 as they won 42-7, I do believe, at home in their last regular season game. Central, that's somebody we don't know. Monmouth United got the 22-8 win over Havana last night. Hayworth won 54-12 over Fisher. Highland beat Jerseyville 47-7. Highland moves to 7-1. Carlinville with a 5-3 record now, 28-7 over Hillsboro. In some other action, Jacksonville got the 31-7 win over Springfield. They moved to 4-4, need a win next week to qualify for the playoffs. Cesar-Valier came back after being down against Johnson City. Johnson City, the 8th-rated team in 2A. Cesar-Valier was rated in 1A. They moved to 8-0, 30-28 was the victory there. That's a team that Central played last year in the playoffs. Lena Winslow wins it going away against Galena 50-0. They moved to 8-0. They're the 1-rated team in 1A. Litchfield beat Pana, 2 teams now 5-3, 20-15. Mercer County beat Macomb 24-16 in some of the other action as we scroll through and see if there's anybody else. Monmouth Roseville 49-35 over Orion. Rochester got a big win last night over Chatham Glenwood in a game that was close for a while, but it wasn't close at the end as Chatham just not able to keep up there. Olympia all over Auburn moves to 6-2, 36-0 over Auburn last night. Tolona Unity moves to 6-2 with a 48-0 win over Buckley. Paxton Buckley Loda, who's 5-3 on the season now. And once again, Pittsfield was a 42-6 winner last night. Minden Unity defeated Pleasant Hill 41-6, but that game was much closer throughout the contest. Quincy Notre Dame score was 55-0. Quincy High School 35-7, so I misspoke a little bit there. Red Hill won 27-7 over at Massac County. Eureka 54-20 over Ridgeview Lexington. That was who Central played in the semifinals last year. The Rochester score was 63-21 over Glenwood, who drops to 5-3. They're playoff eligible. Greenfield Northwestern over Route 54-14 in some of the other action. Staunton beat North Mac 36-20. Sullivan Oka Valley having a great season, 46-6 over Tri-County. And West Central beat Triopia 44-7. That'll be Central's opponent next week. Those are scores around the area on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We're about 24 minutes away from the starting lineups of the Star Spangled Banner and the play-by-play. We take a break for about 3 minutes. We'll be back to tell you more football at Carrollton on a Saturday. What's better than that?
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the beautiful and historic city that is Pittsfield, Illinois, a community that feels like home.
Home to over 4,000 residents, a progressive and growing community serves as an amazing place to live, learn, work, and play. With civic, charitable, family, and recreational activities available, you'll never be bored here. Attend an event or festival, play some disc golf on our new championship course, spend the day fishing, or even catch a Civil War reenactment. As a community driven by success, Pittsfield provides numerous incentives to assist citizens and local businesses. Our goal in Pittsfield is to truly advance and prosper. Staying healthy is made easy here, with access to doctors, dentists, and other medical specialists throughout the community. People come to Pittsfield for a variety of reasons: stately historical homes, an abundance of natural resources, hunting, scenic areas along the Illinois and Mississippi rivers, festivals, recreational opportunities, and much more. People stay in Pittsfield simply because life here is great. Picture yourself in Pittsfield today.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
When I'm driving in my car with my family, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and 4 of us are driving a car, we literally get excited when we see a Dot truck. It's actually a sense of pride.
Why I would encourage anyone to work at Dot. We take care of each other.
The company continues to grow and expand.
That to me is what brings me to work every day and that I enjoy.
Diversity, culture, family, all of those things. If you want them, you should be at Dot.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
The golf course has been around since 1957. When we looked at doing the deck outside, we looked at a lot of different options, but everything led back to Pike County Lumber. We looked at quality, price, and service. We wound up going with Tamco, composite decking. Pike County Lumber was great to work.
Hey, welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We're going to get the starting lineups for you right away here. Today's starting lineups are sponsored by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs, no other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. Got some great deals on lawnmowers right now. If you want to buy me one, I'd like to have a new one. You know, it'd be nice of you to do that. Camp Point Central starting lineup. Brad Dixon, the head coach. Casey Ray is the offensive coordinator. Casey Monroe, the line coach. Andrew Griffin, Dustin Griffin, Tracy Ray, John Hibbert, Ian Foss, and Zach Houston, some of the assistants for them. Their athletic director is Matt Long, and their principal is Zach Houston, Superintendent Erica Smith. The Panthers are 7-0 on the season, trying to get their 8th win of the season, and they'll start the following. At a defensive inside linebacker, he wears the number 9. He's 6 foot, 175 pounds. His name is Zach Ware. The kicker for the Panthers wears the number 10. He is a 5'6", 130-pound sophomore. His name is Marco Rodriguez. At split end, when the Panthers use that, wearing the number 12 is Jack Thompson, 6'4", 165, and a senior. At the tight end position and also a free safety, back from a little bit of an injury last week, number 16, Gavin Blewett, 6'2", 190, and a senior. Their quarterback and cornerback is Nick Moore. He also does the punting. 3-year starter, 6'1", 185, and a senior. Tight end and outside linebacker is Mason Miller. Miller wears the number 20, 6'1", 185, and a senior. The punt return and kickoff return specialist, left wing, and cornerback is Drew Pabin, number 23, 5'9", 145, and a senior. Drew leads in rushing and also touchdowns scored for his team. Nate Peters is also a return specialist, number 27, 6'1", 185, and a junior. You will see fullback Elijah Genenbacher. He also plays middle linebacker. He's 6'1", 205, and a junior, their leading tackler on the team. The right wing is Connor Griffin. He also plays inside linebacker, 5'9", 180, and a senior. The defensive end, a sophomore, wearing the number 52, second leading tackler, 6'1", 195, and a sophomore, is Caden Niekamp. Left guard, defensive end on the other side, Reese Wilkie, number 55, 6'1", 195, and a senior. The right tackle and outside linebacker is Darren Rigg. He wears the number 57, 6'1", 180, and a senior. The right guard and nose tackle is Wes Crooks. He wears the number 58, 5'9", 205, and a senior. Wes had a touchdown last week, if you remember. Left tackle, Robert Gooding, wears the number 72, 6'3", 205, and a senior. And the center is Jaden Summey. He wears the number 75, 6'1", 205, and a junior. Those are some of the starters for the squad from Camp Point Central. Offensively, wide receiver for the Carrollton Hawks, 5-2 on the season. Rodney Flowers is their head coach. Luke Spainhard, Paul Kessinger, Zach Duba, Jordan Haar, Tony Rhodes, Ryan Howard, some of the assistants, athletic director Greg Pullman, and Rodney, a good friend. The starting lineup for Carrollton looks like this. Wide receiver, number 1, he is a senior, 5'11", 145, Caleb Howard. Another wide receiver, number 3, Grant Cox. He's a junior. He's a 5'10", 175-pound junior. At a slot position, where's the number 8, Kobe Snelton. He is a junior, 6'1", 165. A wide receiver, number 12, Carson Grafford. He is a junior and is 6'1", 165. The punter is Eli Flowers, a junior, 6'4", 190. Also, the quarterback for the squad is Carson Flowers. Wears the number 15, just a sophomore, 5'11", 180. The running back in the backfield for the Hawks today, number 44, Lucas Howard. He also does the kicking. He's just a junior, 5'11", 170. Right tackle, Connor Campbell, a very familiar Carrollton name. Senior, 6'5", 255. He'll be a load. 54 is the left guard. That's Preston Harrelson. He is a senior, 6'2", 200. Right guard is Carter Rimby. He is a junior, 6'2", 225. The center is Brady Carroll, a senior, 6'4", 290. And at the left tackle is Braylon Rhodes, a senior, 6'4", 265. And you heard it, folks, that Carrollton squad, they've got a big line up front. That could give the Panthers, who are a little bit undersized, some problems there. A lot of people on the offensive side, also on the defensive side. We'll give them credit as we go through the game. We are about 15 minutes away from the starting lineups. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We tell you about Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Illini Express sees patients 18 months and older. No appointment necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. We'll take a break, come back and talk more about Carrollton, 5-2, looking to guarantee a spot in the playoffs with a win today. The Panthers at 7-0, looking for an undefeated season, but they've got work cut out for them with a good Carrollton squad. We're back with more after these. Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, go Panthers! Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect. If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Great Rivers Bank in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Always a good matchup when these two teams play, and part of what we're doing today is brought to you by Bowlers Universe. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Fridays until midnight, Saturdays 4 p.m. to midnight. We offer many menu items from burgers and fries to specialty pizzas. Try one of the many craft beers. Come out and enjoy the fun at the Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. And, of course, at this time, we always shout out our buddies at Jerseys. Hope you're watching the game. And, you know, get James to turn the sound up or at least put the closed caption on so we can tease the folks at Jerseys, and hope you're enjoying the broadcast today also. Bob Ray alongside, and I think Tim's got your microphone on. Do you not, Tim? Don't hit your head there, Tim. That thing hurts. I've hit mine, and it really hurts. You might want to put a hat on. But, Bob, we've been down here a lot of times. Of course, Casey Ray, your son, is the offensive coordinator, and we've had some dandy contests over the years.
It's great. You know, two communities that really support their student athletes, especially in football season. A lot of great talent that Carrollton Hawks have displayed on the field the last several years, Jack. And always turned out to be a good rivalry game, and two sets of coaches that admire and respect each other, and the players do the same.
Well, you know, one of these days we're going to come to Carrollton, which is one of my favorite places to come, and they're going to have the Reg Pullman press box. We do not want it to be the Memorial press box. We want it to be the Reg Pullman press box. So if you'd like to make contributions, send them to me, and I'll pass them along to Reg with no problem whatsoever. Carrollton, 5-2 on the season. They get a win today. They guarantee themselves the playoffs. I actually think all 5 and 4 teams are going to make it. They're talking about maybe a 4 and 5 team or two making it. But, Bob, you know, when you look, 2 teams, one that likes to pass a lot, one that likes to run a lot. But I think with Rodney Flowers at Carrollton, they'll mix it up a little bit more.
Well, they've got plenty of good athletes on both sides of the ball for the Hawks. They've got, have always had strong running backs, have had strong receivers. They take 2 or 3 good linemen to help make that happen, and we'll see what they have in store for the Panthers today, Jack.
Phoenix Bacon is out there fighting the elements today, so we're trying to come up with a little portable press box for him, too, because I'll tell you what, you get into the playoffs like when we played, was it Cesar that the wind was so strong last year at Camp Point? I saw Cesar got a big win last night over Johnson City and moved to 8-0, so they're back at it again. But what a day. It must have been blowing 50 mile an hour over there in Central West.
That's the day they took the kick both halves, if you recall, right, Jack, because they were trying to play the win game.
Yeah, and that was probably one of the more interesting things we'd ever seen. Panthers had a couple guys kind of nicked up a little bit last week, but it appears both of them are back out on the field playing. Always like to see all the kids stay healthy. And, you know, if you got a minute, take it, say a little prayer for all the kids for their safety. They're out here giving God the glory with the talents he's given them to be able to play this great game of football. And when Coach Dixon told me in week 1, you know, Jack, you're going to turn around and it'll be week 8, guess what? It's happened. It just buzzes along like crazy how fast it goes, Bob.
We have a senior in our household, our grandson, the senior, Drew, and we were thinking the same thing, you know, preseason week or minus week 2 to practice, and even back to June when the training was going on, and now here's week 1, and we told him the same thing. Now here's week 8, and here comes the green smoke for the Carrollton Hawks, Jack.
Yeah, we kind of like that smoke we saw last week. Or was it last week or the week? Yeah,
Triumph had some powder blue.
They had that blue smoke. It was kind of cool. And, you know, that's better than vaping anyway. I always say that. But Pike County Express is one of our sponsors today, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. Charlie does sports write-ups for them. And Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon at 217-285-4404. We've told you our starting lineups, 7 minutes away from the Star Spangled Banner and the kickoff. Stay tuned. More comes your way on Central Illinois Sports.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go full throttle!
Go full throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC. Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. Welcome back on the pregame show, the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Good crowd on hand today, and glad you've joined us on the broadcast on Central Illinois Sports. It's going to be another fun day for football, folks, and we are glad you've joined us. I like Saturday football as we get closer to the playoffs. And, Bob, that's one of the things about playing Saturday football in Week 8. It kind of gets you ready for 2 weeks from now.
You know, we were thinking about going to a couple of games last night, but a huge rainstorm came through Camp Point and doused our plans about that. But it ended up being a pretty pleasant evening. But even, a pleasant Friday evening in October, trumped by a pleasant Saturday afternoon in October, Jack. And it's a little overcast, but strong wind day here in Carrollton. But I like Saturday afternoon football just like you.
I can't feel any wind at all. It doesn't really even bother me in the press box, but we'll get those coaches up there with their short breeches on. They'll all be fine, of course. Camp Point Central won the flip. They deferred to the second half, as they often do, so Carrollton will be defending the east goal. The Panthers will be kicking from the west goal, and the wind is blowing straight out of the west pretty much, a little bit to the south, and it's a pretty good gust. I'd say if I were guessing, 20 mile an hour probably running across there in gust a lot of times, maybe even a little bit more. It is a windy, beautiful day for football, and the field here at Carrollton, as always, looks fantastic. Great job by all the Hawk Pride folks in getting things ready for us here. Pittsfield got their first win of the season last night. It was good to see that. The boys had that broadcast for you. Hope you enjoyed that. You can go ahead and watch that one again if you'd like to. Carrollton's going to send back deep. It looks like Carson Grafford. Also back deep will be Grant Cox. Rodriguez will be kicking off, and we are ready for football action. Sit back and enjoy it. 12 minutes on the clock. The officials get everybody set. Rodriguez sets the ball. Usually the Panthers will fake that first kick and then back up and get things situated. Devin Workman's one of the line judges today. I know that on this side. And we'll find out the rest of them pretty soon. Hawks in their green uniforms, Panthers in the white jerseys. Rodriguez talking to his players. He'll back it up. And Marco's not a big guy, but we've seen him get in on a few tackles too. And we'll see what Cox and Grafford can do with this opening kick. Don't be surprised one of the front guys gets this kickoff. Rodriguez puts his foot into it and kicks it to a spot on about the 25-yard line, 30, 35-yard line. Good field position for Carrollton as they bring the ball out across the 35, out to about the 39-yard line. And that's where they're going to have it 1st and 10.
Grant Cox on the return for the Hawks, and a first tackle by the Panthers, Mason Miller. Hawks 1st and 10. The Panthers wearing their white jerseys today. Defensive spots for them to start their game, Jack.
Well, let's see. I had a different yellow sheet here. That's the one I need. There it is, I do believe. Flowers the quarterback. He's got Howard back there with him. Pistol formation with a slot on the right side. High hike. Quarterback's got it, hands it off to his running back. And he's not going too far this time, back to the 36-yard line. It'll be a loss on the play of 3, bring up a 2nd down and 13.
Caden Niekamp with the first tackle of the day. 3-yard loss, Jack, on that first one, and Caden was right there in the backfield. We hope to see him there a lot this afternoon.
The slot in this game is Snelton. No huddle offense. Everybody looking at the wristband. Single setback with Flowers, the big sophomore, in the pistol, almost to the shotgun formation. 2 wideouts on the right-hand side. Good hike from center. Pitches it outside to the running back. Tries to turn the corner. Does not get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be tackled at about the 35. He'll lose a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 14 for the Hawks.
Elijah Ginnenbacher in for the Panthers, assist by Darren Rigg. So tried to be a quick hitter to the sideline for the Hawks, Jack, but now they've got a 3rd and 14.
We've seen some passes work in the slots, a little in the flats for them. Hawks look at their wristbands. They've got a huge line, so you would think Flowers would have a lot of time. 3-man front for the Panthers, 4 linebackers. The hike from center in the pistol is a good one. Back to pass, straight across the middle, looking for somebody going to be consumed by the Panther defense at the 25-yard line on the sack. He'll lose 10 on the play.
Niekamp and Reese Wilkie makes his first appearance in the defensive stat sheet today, Jack. Senior Reese Wilkie ready to go.
Just making sure we're getting all those. Thank you, Bob. It'll be punt formation for the Carrollton Hawks now. And I do believe Flowers does the punting, so the quarterback doing the punting also. Panthers don't have anybody back deep, as they'll be punting into the wind here. And the Panthers don't usually try to catch the punt. It's actually Eli Flowers that's the punter. Gets a good hike from center, gets it off quickly. Short punt, wind takes it. It's going to land on about the 50, go into Panther territory, and roll dead just short of the 45-yard line on the punt. Panthers will have it 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Camp Point Central. As we're at the 9:45 mark of the first quarter, you can see that on our scoreboard. Tim doing a good job with the camera. Phoenix following the plays, and we've got the Northwestern Mutual replays with Sheila Davidsmeyer. We'll show you throughout the game, too.
Jack, that punt got about as high as the light poles, and it halted in midair.
More the quarterback. Double load on this side now. Double setback. Start a man in motion. Fullback Ginnenbacher across the middle, short of the 50-yard line. 49. Ball comes loose. And let's see who's got the footballs. Ginnenbacher gained 4 on the play, or 3 on the play. Looks like the Panthers got it back. Give Ginnenbacher 3. It's at the 49, 2nd down and 7. 9:28 left in the quarter. Double wing formation. Man in motion is Pabin on the outside. Turns the corner. Got some running room around the corner down the sideline. Look at him turn on the jets. He's got 1 man to beat. What a good job by the lineman down there, just inside the 10-yard line. And Pabin's going to take the ball about, let's see, it looks like 41 yards on the play. Put it at the 9, give him 42 on the play, and a 1st and goal from the 9. Pabin with a nice run at the 9:14 mark. We'll show you that on the replay maybe in just a second after this play, unless they score a touchdown. Moore, the quarterback, hands it off to the fullback. Nope, keeps it himself. Turns the corner, still trying to get a corner in towards the end zone. Knocked out of bounds at the 6. Let's take a look at that Pabin run on the good play on the replay here. Pabin gets the ball, goes outside on the right side. Great running room there, and Carrollton did a good job of running him down. Panthers with a 2nd and goal from the 6.
You're right, Jack. Good lead blockers during Drew's run to get him down inside the red zone.
Moore under center. Double wing formation. Man in motion. Fakes it. Little counter play. That's Griffin coming from the right side. He'll be tackled at about the 5-yard line. Give him a gain of 1. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Carrollton trying to get a goal line stand in the early going. Right back to the line of scrimmage of the Panthers at the 8:45 mark. Moore starts a man in motion. Pitches it outside. That's Pabin trying to turn the corner. Finds a corner. Then we've got a flag. And that looks like it could be a hold against the Panthers. And it will be holding against the Panthers. That's going to move the ball back to the 15-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 15 with the holding play on the Panthers on that right side. Pabin got good running room. Did not make it to the end zone. They take it back to the line of scrimmage and put it on the 15 at the 8:35 mark.
Credit to Hawk defense, Jack, for a lot of outside pressure that required the lineman to hold.
Nice job. I'll tell you what, those big linemen by the Hawks did a nice job. Who was the big man that ran Pabin down? Was that I can't even. Oh, it was Eli Flowers, they said. What a job by him. Double wing formation. Double tight end set. Man in motion. Moore back to pass. Rolling to the left. Going to keep it himself. Looking for running room. Beats a couple people. Heading to the end zone. Trying to find the pylon. And he's going to be shot short at about the 1 yard line, where it'll be a 4th and goal from the 1. So give him 14 on the play. And it's a 1 yard play to get into pay dirt for the Panthers at the 8:28 mark. He was knocked out of bounds. Good job by the defense getting him out of bounds, because I thought he was heading to the pylon that time.
Nick made a couple of nice moves on his own. The receiver is covered right away, but he made a couple of nice moves to get it down. They're inside the 1, Jack. 4th down at 8:28.
Ginenbacher's one of those guys you'd look for here. Let's see if they want a little trickery or they're going just to the power. Inside, Ginenbacher tackled into the end zone. 1 yard run by Ginenbacher for the score.
Penalty flag thrown at the end of the play, too, Jack. We'll see what that is.
8:24 mark. Let's see what the penalty is after the touchdown. It's going to go against the Hawks. It might go on the kickoff, but it is a touchdown at the 8:24 mark. So you got that one, Bob, on it?
I did.
Yep. And the Panthers. No. So we are going for 2 here. Well, he did get in the end zone, did he not? 6-0. Okay, they're going for 2. Panthers start a man. Now they'll reset him. That's Miller on the tight end side. Ginenbacher, ball inside, trying to get into the end zone. Fighting, falls for it. He is not going to make it. The play after was no good. Timeout on the field. We'll take it too. 6-0 Panthers. 8:24 first quarter. Back with more after these.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
One-yard run, 9 plays on the series. Ginenbacher kicks it off with a 1-yard run. Big play by Pabin going 41 yards. Penalty after the touchdown goes on the kickoff, so the ball will be on the 45 of Carrollton, where Rodriguez will kick it off. And that presents some different opportunities for you. Do you just pooch the ball and try to get them deep? You don't want to kick it into the end zone with the wind behind you, so I guess we'll see what happens here. Looks like to me that Carson Grafford is back deep on one side, and on the other side is that Grant Cox again? I do believe. Nope, looks like a different number. That'd be Carson Grafford on one side. They're going to kick it down about the 8-yard line. Man gets his feet underneath of him across the middle, trying to find some running room. Good hit across the middle. Peters comes and puts an initial hit on. Ball's going to come out all the way out to the, 22-yard line, so a pretty good return by Carrollton. Looks like they say Rodriguez helped get in on that tackle that time, Bob.
I saw that. Elijah, of course, was in the middle of that, but Mason Miller is always one who's down there on kick returns. We've got the 1st and 10 for the Hawks. They got it marked at the 22-yard line.
Howard back there with Flowers, the quarterback. Wearing the number 15 is Carson Flowers. Gets a hike from center, gives the ball across the middle. He's going to be tackled for a loss at the 19-yard line. That'll be a 3-yard loss and bring up a 2nd and 13.
Caden Niekamp, another tackle for loss in the backfield, Jack. Caden's getting past his lineman and making some things happen in the Hawk backfield.
I'm telling you, Caden Niekamp is the fastest sophomore playing in that defensive end spot. Second leading tackler is a freshman on a team that got second in the state. He's back there on the right side of that defense and just doing a tremendous job. But this defensive squad's tough. Carrollton's got their work cut out for them. They just need to use that power blockers in front of them. 2nd and 12 or 13 on the 19-yard line. Ball back with Flowers with a good pass across the middle. It's caught, and it's going to be a reception. Looks like enough for the first down.
Grant Cox on the reception. Nice throw and reception. They're going to give him, they haven't marked it yet, Jack.
33-yard line from the 19. So that would be 14 yards on the play, correct?
14-yard pass completion, the second throw of the day for Carson Flowers. First for the long completion. Hawk first down too.
Flowers with it, hands it off to the running back, trying to run right side. Not much running room. In fact, he'll lose a yard on the play. That's Howard. Give him a loss of a yard, bring up a 2nd down and 11.
Connor Griffin, the first Panther tackler there, Jack.
Is your clock off just a little bit there, Tim? We'll get a reset here in a little bit. It's when we get a timeout. So, folks, just bear with us there. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. 6-0 Panthers on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Flowers with double setbacks in the backfield. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 on the left. Man got a little bit of an early start. Now tackled in the backfield. Ginenbacher there with Niekamp. Flowers is going to be taken down around the 19 again, it appears, right? No. That's the 24-yard line.
Elijah Ginenbacher on the blitz that turned into too much pressure in the backfield. Another tackle for loss for the Panther defensive squad.
That's a loss of 9 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and long and about 20 yards to go from the 24-yard line. 6:15 left first quarter. Central Illinois Sports, Jack Hull, Bob Ray, Tim Hull, Phoenix Bacon bringing it to you today from the press box at Carrollton. Quick hitter, right side, trying to find some running room. Panthers defense hovers him there, and the student body gets a tackle. Carson Flowers completes the pass down to the 29-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. Reception that time was Carson Grafford. Excuse me.
I think a 5-yard gain on that one, Jack. 5 yards from the 24 to the 29.
All right, you're right. And we will go 5:41. It's punt formation for Carrollton here. And Eli Flowers back to punt. This time, nobody back deep for the Panthers again. Pabin sometimes will go back there, but right now with the wind in their face, Panthers are deciding not to do that. Need a little rugby kick here, I think. That's a much better kick in this type of weather, and he'll get a great roll. That ball's going to roll inside the 40 down to the 36-yard line on the punt, and that's where the Panthers are going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10, 5:17 left in the first quarter of play.
High-quality punt that time, Jack, right? It didn't hardly get above the down markers that time. Low line drive kick, and then he got out of 15 yards on some good rolls, which probably tough to do. The field's a little soggy today, so rolling the football is going to be hard.
I don't know. It'd have to rain a lot for it to get real soggy, I'm afraid. We haven't had rain since Noah had 40 days of it, I don't think. 5:17 left in the quarter. 6-0 Panthers on the attack. Pabin starts it on the side. Nobody jumps offside. Nice job by the end, keeping his feet there. Double wing formation. Moore the quarterback under center. Starts Pabin in motion. Hands the ball to him. Tries to go on the guard tackle hole. Little short run that time out to the 40-yard line. Give him 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 6.
Drew Pabin on the first carry of this offensive possession for the Panthers. Jack, no huddle for the white-shirted Panthers. Nick Moore under center now to Elijah Ginenbacher straight ahead over the middle. Another 2-yard gain now to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, he'll get it out to 47, 48. Let's see where they set the ball. It's going to be closer to the 48, so give him 3 on the play. And bring up a 3rd down and 3 with 4:35 left in the quarter. Panthers quickly in the line. Thompson wide out to the left-hand side. Keep an eye on him. Pabin starts out. He'll reset on the left side. Griffin on the right side. Ginenbacher, the fullback, I do believe still, correct, with Ginenbacher with the pink socks on today. We like the green gloves and the pink socks. It's easier to pick out which fullback's in there, you know?
Jack Thompson on this sideline, Jack, for the receiver spot.
Little counter there. Pabin breaks a tackle or two, falls across the 45, out to about the 46-yard line. Or no, yeah, that's 46. Going to be just short of the first down. Going to be a 4th down and a short one.
Well, they gave it to him, Jack. They just moved it forward a half of a yard, and that's a first down Panthers. Drew Pabin on the 4-yard gain.
When they spotted the ball there, Pabin got an extra yard, and I'm not sure exactly, but it's on the 46.5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. I thought they were going to be a little short there at the 3:54 mark. Panthers 1st and 10, short of midfield. Double wing again. They have not showed a lot of other sets today. Back to pass is Moore. Across the middle. Got a man in Thompson trying to catch it. Good defensive play by the Hawks that time. Was that Colby Stelton?
12 on their coverage, Jack. 12 is Carson Grifford, a step for step with our receiver, Jack Thompson. Trying to take advantage of the wind behind Nick's back, but that one sailed a little too far. It might have even landed out of bounds.
Grafford really did a nice job on the defensive side, and really that was the only receiver the Panthers had out that time, so coverage was a little bit simpler. Moore runs to the sideline, gets Coach Ray's play. 2nd and 10, 46-yard line to the Panthers. 6-0 Panthers, 3:41 left in the first quarter. Barks out the signals. Griffin comes the other way. Back to pass is Moore. Quick hitter across the middle. Got Pabin. Sidesteps a man. Heading to the zone. No. Good tackle by Carrollton at the 23-yard line. So we'll give him 23 yards in the play in the 1st and 10. And the tackle that time, they say, was Lucas Howard.
Yeah, 44. Caught him from behind. Jack, I'm going to give him 27 because it was the 46 on this side, I think.
Oh, you're right. To the 23. I didn't give him the 4 on the other side, did I? Double wing again. Same set. Connor Griffin trying to get outside. Not Griffin. That's Skimmerhorn. Skimmerhorn trying to turn the corner. Breaking tackles left and right. Thrown out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Skimmerhorn's going to gain 9 on the play and bring up a 2nd and 1, but he really did some rugged running that time.
We noticed that at Triopia last week too, Jack. Wyatt's taken a little more hit and damage here than he's accustomed to, but still doing well. Joseph Friday in the fullback spot.
Friday in the middle, picks up the first down and more, carrying people inside down to around the 5. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Friday with the run. Set it down at the 4-yard line, so give him 10 on the play, and the 1st and goal from the 4. Friday with a nice run at the 3:08 mark.
Nate Peters on this one to the right edge.
Looking for the pylon, is going to be in for the end zone for the touchdown. Nate Peters, 4 yards out, gets the touchdown. That's Nate Peters with the score. Makes it 12-0 at the 3:02 mark. And running all those new backs in and out all the time has got to be an advantage for the Panthers as they come out fresh. 3:02 left in the quarter. We'll go for the 2-point conversion. Then we'll show you Peters running to the right with a touchdown. Thompson trying to find the spot he's supposed to set. He's got to get off the field here. Now the Panthers set. Set a man on the left-hand side tight end. Man in motion. Pitch it outside. Pabin looking for the pylon across the side. He's in for the 2-point conversion. Let's take a look at Peters. 4-yard run for the touchdown on the Northwestern Mutual Sheila David Spire replay. Runs it off to the right side. Peters finds it inside the pylon and into the end zone for the touchdown. Timeout on the field. 14-0 Panthers. 3:02 left first quarter. Back after these.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
We need some padding for this metal box in here, and I hit my head on it. It did not knock any sense into me, I promise you. What did he run? 6 plays that time, Bobby? Started out at the 36-yard line?
6 plays, that's right. Ended by a Nate Peters 4-yard run.
Rodriguez comes up on the 40 to kick off. A little short kick this time. It's heading towards the sideline. It's going to be taken right at the 20. And the man's going to get over the 25 out to about the 28-yard line. Call it the 27, 1st and 10.
Drew Payman on the edge down for that tackle during the kick return for the Panthers. Hawks 1st and 10. And, Jack, in that series, Casey put in the second group of running backs, and we had big carries from all 3, Wyatt and Joseph and Nate.
Yep, you get that second set in, and they're fresh. They can do that. 2 wideouts on the left-hand side. Moore guarding one of them. Bluett's back there, too. And then 57 is Riggs, correct? Riggs. Flowers, the quarterback, gets a handoff, gives it to the first man through, and cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. Cox is tackled in the backfield. And I'll tell you, the quickness of that defensive line's doing the job.
Caden Niekamp in the backfield first, but also assisted by Reese Wilkie.
Reese Wilkie in there also. 2nd and 11 from the 27 at the 2:30 mark. Hawks will have the win after this first quarter. Flowers, the quarterback, fakes it, throws across the middle. Got a man open on the sidelines. Cannot get it to come down in the hands. That's Eli Flowers. Flowers to Flowers, just a little bit too long. An incomplete pass. That'll bring up a 3rd and 11. From the 27, clock stops on the incomplete pass at the 2:23 mark. Panthers would like to hold them again and make them punt into the wind one more time because this wind's a difference maker today.
We're going to call out the nose guard for the Panthers. Wes Crooks is in the middle of that, taking on the center and doing a good job for the White Shirts too, Jack.
3 defensive linemen and linebackers too. Flowers fakes it, going across the middle, got people coming at him from all sides. Good job by him holding on to the football. Crooks gets the sack.
Credit pressure by Connor Griffin to turn him back into Wes Crooks' arms.
The ball goes all the way back to the 21-yard line, I do believe. Camp Point called the timeout with a 4th. Let's see, they lost 6, so it'll be a 4th and 17. Timeout on the field, we'll take it to commercial break. Back with more after this.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Carrollton in punt formation after the Panther timeout with 2:10 left in the quarter. Flowers back to punt. Good hike from center. And a good rugby kick again. That one's going to get a good roll, and it's going to go out to a 42-yard line to the Panthers, and that's where they'll take over 1st and 10 on the 3rd punt by Carrollton of the day. Panthers with 2:02 left in the quarter with the wind at their back for the rest of this first quarter. It's been a long first quarter. 14-0 Panthers on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Thank you to Chris Nichols and the gang doing a good job for all of us. I think it's 473-3777 is Chris, if I'm not mistaken.
Caleb Howard down on coverage for the Hawks. Jack, the Panthers take to the huddle. Now the line of scrimmage. Jaden Summey at the center, and Nick Moore under there for the snap.
Moore wanted to pass, finds an opening across the middle, got running room, 1st down and more, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, quarterback Moore in the middle for the touchdown. He goes 58 yards for the touchdown, finds an opening, and Moore with the run. He probably wasn't thinking he was going to get the pay dirt, but he found an opening and then really exploded from there, did he not?
Yeah, all the tide of the Hawk defense was to the other side of the field. Nick had 2 guys to beat and outraced him.
We'll show you that replay after the 2-point conversion. Nice job by Moore on the run. Panthers showing that speed and agility training they do is really paying off. They are super fast, folks. You got to see it in person. I formation this time for the Panthers. Now Thompson goes wide right. Pavin in the slot on the right side, and the penalty, offsides against the Hawks or the Panthers, one of the two. You know, it's interesting because usually the wide receiver will point at the official and ask him if he's okay, but before he did that, he threw the flag on that side, 5 yards back to the 8-yard line, and it'll be an 8-yard play for the 2-point conversion. Rodriguez can kick the ball from there. He showed us last week. They're up by a 20-0 count, trying to add 2 to that. Power on the right side. Fake it to Ginnebacher. More hit, across the middle, knocked away. Good defense that time by Howard. Let's take a look at the touchdown run by Moore, the quarterback keeper. He was back to pass, found the opening, runs it on the right side. 58 yards later, he finds the end zone at the 150 mark, and the Panthers missing the 2-point conversion lead at 20-0 back with more after these.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Luke and Aaron Fessler at Fessler Insurance are here to help you with all of your insurance needs. Fessler Insurance, a Country Financial agency, provides life, health, auto, home, and farm insurance. Trust your insurance needs to the local folks at Fessler Insurance. Call for a quote today at 217-285-4429 or stop by at 1165 West Washington Street in Pittsfield for Fessler Insurance.
Rodriguez back to kick off for the Panthers from the 40-yard line on the west end of this field. 20-0 Panthers on 3 scores and 1 extra point, 2-point run. Rodriguez will back it up, and the Panthers, who play a lot of their regulars on these special teams because they know how important special teams are in a contest. Joe Friday also in there too. Rodriguez kicks it off from the 40. Little high kick, and we've got an offsides by the Panthers, and so they'll move them back 5 yards, I do believe. Illegal procedure is what they call. Same man on that side who called the offsides on the extra point had the call there. And they'll kick from the 35.
Third penalty of the day for Camp Point Central, Jack, 20 yards. But at least the wind's behind Marco's back. He's going to have to stretch it out a little bit and see what he can get this time.
What color are Gavin Blewett's new shoes that he's got on?
He's wearing gold there, too.
They're high-top gold. Yeah, glad to see him back in the lineup after he had a little problem in the first half there at Triopia the other day. Now the guy who made the call is moving. Oh, he's got to go get his flag. Nobody helped him on that side. I don't understand that. Got to help that guy. Here comes Rodriguez with a kick from the 35. Got a little bit more foot in it and kicks it over the top of the man that's going to bring it. It's going to roll into the end zone, and that's an automatic touchback in high school football. That'll bring the ball out to the 20, and Rodriguez said, put me at the 6 or at the 35. I can kick the ball farther, Bob.
Well, it helps if he's got an 18-mile-an-hour wind behind him, but he just outkicked the coverage, number 1, and then got some good rolls to get into the end zone.
He is not quite Knuffman from years gone by, not even the size, but he just gets better each week. Flowers, the quarterback.
Nate would have been kicking him into the trees here behind the track today, I think, Jack.
Howard back there with Flowers. That's Carson Flowers. 3 wideouts on the right side. Now the defense adjusts to that. Little screen pass off to the right. That's to Cox. Cox looking for running room. He'll have a nice gain on the play. They're going to set the ball at about the
27, 7-yard gain.
Yep, 2nd down and 3. That's a nice play. Had good blocking. A lot of times you don't get those wide receivers that throw that good of a blocks, and this time they did a really nice job. Cox back there this time with Howard, with 2 setbacks on either side of the pistol formation and Flowers. Fakes the ball loose, Panthers have it. Fumble by Carrollton as they were trying to do a little trap play, and in on the play to pick up the fumble was Reese Wilkie. Wilkie falls on the ball, and the Panthers are going to have it 1st and 10 from the 23 23-yard line? I think it's a 23, is it not, Bob?
22, they moved it forward just a bit, Jack, but 1:16 to go in the first quarter. Panthers still moving with the wind behind their back. 1st and 10, just outside the red zone at the 22.
They're doing what they need to do here in these white uniforms. They'll be in their home uniforms next week, and then they should be at home in the playoffs for at least a couple of rounds. Offset I formation, pitch it outside to Pavin, trying to turn the corner. Nice tackle by the Hawks after about a 5-yard gain by Pavin.
Carson Grifford into the edge and stopped that play of the Panthers. Drew gets 3.
Put it on the 19-yard line, 3-yard gain, 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Grafford with a nice tackle. He does a nice job on the defensive side, does that young man. He's made some nice plays. You've heard his name a lot today. We are at the 45-second mark of the quarter. This could very possibly be the last play of the first quarter. Panthers leading at 20-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Pavin in motion. Back to passes Moore. Got a man breaking open. Catches the ball, then it's knocked away, and an incomplete pass.
It's an interference call. We'll see which direction it goes, Jack.
It looks like they're going to call pass interference, but let's see who it's on. The official threw the ball and hit one of the Carrollton guys in the helmet with it. Now he picked up the flag. I don't think they're going to have a call. Let's see what we got here. Maybe he just picked up the flag because he didn't have to run after it. What's the call? Pass interference against Carrollton. It's not an automatic first, but where will they move the ball? Is it a 5?
Connor Griffin was the intended receiver. Again, pretty good coverage by the Hawk defensive back 12, Carson Grafford.
Right at the 10-yard line, I don't think they can make a first down. I think it's a 1st and goal for the 10, but I did not see pass interference on that at all. 32.2 seconds left in the quarter. Griffin broke away from the man. Unless he reached up and turned him around, I just don't think they completed the pass. 2 wideouts right side. Pavin in motion. Give it to the fullback. Nice job of the Hawks' big line locking things down there. Ginenbacher's going to gain a couple on the play and take it to the 8-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 8. Sticks are down, so no, it's goal to go. 14, 13, 12 seconds. Panthers going to try to get one more play before the quarter ends. Moore gives the ball Pavin across the middle. Stacked up close to the 5-yard line. That's going to end the first quarter of play. Ball's going to be put on the 4 according to the side judge, and we've reached the end of the first quarter. Panthers lead it 20-0. It'll be a 3rd and goal when they come back after these.
I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
We will pay the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now. It is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
it gives you protection with credit monitoring.
So the peace of mind of that's very nice.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon. At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Shooting is one of our favorite pastimes.
When it comes to guns and ammo, think Game Masters. They have new guns, used guns, gun safes, and gun accessories. And be sure to head over to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out our great selection.
Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more. At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Action, 12 minutes on the clock, 20-0 Panthers. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. I am impressed with Carrollton's interior line against the dive plays on the fullback, though. They're really doing a nice job bunching that up, Bob.
They are. Elijah, just on the play before we broke the quarter, had a pile of green shirts around him, so we'll see what Casey's drawn up here for the first play of the 2nd quarter. Now we're moving into the wind, Jack. Jaden Summey, again, ready for the snap.
Well, with a running team like this, usually that doesn't mean a whole lot. Single setback on the left-hand side. Panthers back up with 2 wideouts on the right in Thompson and Griffin. Now they'll move up, and Thompson will play the tight end position. Double wing formation. Griffin in motion. Ball in the middle to Gittenbacher. Working towards the end zone. He's in for the touchdown. Elijah Gittenbacher on the run from 4 yards out. And it brings the score to 26-0 at the 11:55 mark. The quickness of the Panthers really has paid off so far today. I'll be anxious at halftime, talk to a lot of my buddies from here at Carrollton, because they've seen that Greenfield Northwestern team, and so they can compare the two without any problem. Moore, the quarterback. Griffin moves now to the left side in a slot. Man in motion. Give the ball Pabin. Cross the right side, fighting to the end zone. He is not in. It's no good. Let's take a look at that run by Gittenbacher on the touchdown. At the 11:55 mark, power run by Gittenbacher across the middle, knocked off to the left side, kept his feet moving for the touchdown, and the Panthers lead it 26-0. We'll be back with more after these.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Prairie Land FS provides complete seed and application service. Our trained energy specialist, along with our crop specialist, can help you take your farming to the next level. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. Real Net and Twine, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see them, or see Rick and Tracy, 285-5013. Nick and the gang helping you at Real Net and Twine. Rodriguez fakes the kick. Now he'll back up at the 11:55 mark. 26-0. It was 20-0 after a quarter. Panthers scored first play second quarter, and they'll kick into the win this time, and so Carrollton will move up a little bit. Let's see if they can get some good field position. Pooch kick across the middle. Going to be taken on a bounce. Nope. Going to have to run back after it this time. That's Carson Grafford. He picks it up. He's got some good running room around the outside, breaks a couple of tackles, gets it across the 30 out to the 31. Nice job by Grafford on the play, and Carrollton will have decent field position at the 31. Call it 1st and 10.
He picked that up at about the 9, Jack, so 22-yard return. That's one of the risks of those deep kicks, that spreads out the coverage and allows a bigger return.
They're going to move it back to the 30, but, you know, when you muff it like that and the defense is that aggressive, sometimes they run right by the play, and Grafford really took advantage of that and got it out to the 30. Flowers, the quarterback. He's got Howard back there with him in the pistol with a slot on the left side. He'll keep it himself, Will Flowers. He'll be upended right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss, make it a 2nd and 10.
Connor Griffin in there to take the tackle of the quarterback. Connor's been really playing some strong linebacker and blocking running back positions the last couple of weeks.
I almost called that Hunter Flowers, because that's what you saw out of Hunter a lot of times. He'd keep that ball in years gone by when he wasn't airing it out. He was a hard man to tackle. Nice job by Carson, but just couldn't get open that time. Back to pass is Flowers. Throws a nice pass across the middle. Pabin and the man playing it one-on-one. That is Grafford again. And Pabin was in there with him, and both fighting for the ball on the 40 of Central, but knocked away. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. That was a nice ball.
Good one-on-one play. 12 for the Hawks. Carson Grafford guarded by senior Drew Pabin. Good one-on-one matchup there. You can tell with the wind behind him, that ball got out to, gosh, he threw that about 40 yards with a blip, Jack.
Just nothing to it. Just a little flip of the wrist, and away it went. Big man on this side is Connor Campbell playing that tackle position, trying to give that quarterback some time on the 3rd and 10. Back is Flowers under pressure. Going to be buried by the defense this time, and another quarterback sack.
Reese Wilkie gets that one, but we credit Caden Niekamp as well as Wes Crooks. You know, they each are taking on linemen much larger than them, Jack, and I just watched Caden specifically that time. He took one step to the right, one step to the left, and beat his man, and that forced the quarterback to turn into Reese Wilkie's way.
9-yard loss, I do believe, on the play. So it brings up a 4th and 19 from the 21. It'll be punt time, but this time Carrollton with the wind at their back. See if they can cause maybe a turnover and get themselves back into this. 26-0. It's been the Panthers up to this point.
We have Nate Peters is at about the Carrollton 43. Drew Pavens at the Panther 42.
Flowers back to punt. Another good hike from center. This time puts a high punt across the middle. That's a dandy collegiate-type punt. It's going to roll at the 45 and go back to the 47-yard line. That's where the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 on the 4th punt of the day by Carrollton. Camp Point Central 1st and 10 from their own 47 at the 10-14 mark of the second quarter of play. They lead it 26-0.
Lots of hang time on that punt, Jack.
Oh.
That was way over the light poles.
That was impressive. Pike County Concrete. When you need concrete for your next job, give Pike County Concrete a call, 285-5548. They're in Pittsfield and Jacksonville. And the Moose Lodge, selling pork chops today. Moose Lodge 420, helping out the community. The drinks are cold, the food's hot at the Moose Lodge 420. 10-14, left in the half. Man in motion. Panthers give the ball in the little counter play. Skimmerhorn trying to get outside. Good defense by the Hawks. A yard gained by Skimmerhorn brings up a 2nd down and 9.
Wyatt, second carry of the afternoon, the 10 yards total for him.
Campbell in there on the tackle, they said. Nice job by the Hawks that time on the right side of that defense.
It's the second group of running backs in for the Panthers. Peters, Skimmerhorn. I think Friday is the fullback, but somebody came out. We'll make sure we get that right this time.
Got 5-6 guys up on that front line, so you got to get a tackle there because if you get in that defensive backfield, you can go a long way. Try a little blitz play, get the ball to Thompson. No blockers in front of him. Find some yardage on his feet all the way inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And he gets 2 plus 16, 18 yards, and another 1st down for the Panthers as Thompson kind of outran the pack that time.
Nice play by Jack. Was not a spot we've seen him in. Jack is sort of a little wide receiver screen. He had one blocker out there, Darren Rigg. They made the first sort of a jab block and gave Jack another 10-yard gain. A nice low-risk play into the wind for the Panthers.
So secondary runs have been kind of the key today, and a lot of burst. Gittenbacher, the fullback? No, that's Friday, I do believe. Back to pass is Moore. Thompson gets the ball again. Hit after he catches. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. He got a 1st down and more as he gets the ball inside the 20-yard line.
They got it marked right at the red line, Jack, right at the 20. They're dropping it, so 14 yards. 14
yards and a 1st and 10 at the 8:58 mark. They start this at the 10:14 mark on their own 47-yard line. Right side on the run, across the middle. Panthers still taking it there. And
Nate Peters on the good, strong run inside the 10 down to about the 6.
So you got to give him 14 on the play and a 1st and goal from the 6 by Peters on the run. 8:51 left in the quarter, and the Panthers quickly to the line of scrimmage, trying to race this game, trying to get off the field is one of the Hawks. Skimmerhorn in motion, give the ball fullback, cross the middle, Friday fighting for the end zone. He is going to be short, down to about, the 1 or 2?
It's a 1 yard, looks like, Jack, inside the white 1 marker. 5-yard gain for Joseph. He's got 15 on 2 carries. We have officials timeout to get a player off the field that had a banged up during the run. But, guys, Jack Thompson, 2 great pass receptions and the moves, 1 on each side of the sideline. And we need a little more help for this Carrollton Hawk player.
Quick little prayer for Carson Grafford, who's really been a big part of this game. He was shook up on the play, and he'll have to come off to the sidelines. Looks like he's a little disoriented. Hopefully he'll be okay. Caleb Howard into the game, the 5'11", 145-pound senior. Grafford's really been a key part of this game, and they're checking him out there.
Hey, Rodney, head coach Rodney Flowers telling Coach Brad Dixon they've got him covered. We have a trainer on our side that was ready, willing, and able, but not needed yet. That's good.
Across the right side, fullback. Short of the...
He's in. He's in.
They called him into the end zone.
Joseph Friday.
Friday's going to get the touchdown from 1 yard out. Joe Friday with the run comes at the 8:17 mark. Panthers move it to 32-0 here in the first half of play. And they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Friday at the fullback position. Skimmerhorn on the right side. Peters on the left. Skimmerhorn gets the pitch, but he is well short The 1-yard run on the replay for the touchdown comes the way of Joe Friday.
And a flag at the end of the run, too, Jack, on the far side.
And here comes the touchdown. He breaks the line. We had a penalty on the sidelines. And we'll go ahead and go to the break. 32-0 Panthers, back in a minute.
Prairie Land FS provides complete seed and application service. Our trained energy specialist, along with our crop specialist, can help you take your farming to the next level. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Well, the Panthers that time took it from the 47. They went 2, 4, 6, 7 plays. A 1-yard run by Friday for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion, no good. And the Panthers lead it 32-0 with 8:17 left in the second quarter of play.
15-yard personal foul penalty after the play ended, Jack, against the Hawks. So Marco, for the second time today, kicks from the opponent's 45.
I'm going to come your way this time, Bob, see if I can see the ball landing. He's going to kick from the 45 of the Hawks. 8:17 left in the half, and the Hawks just need a positive right here to kind of stop the bleeding for a little bit. Marco Rodriguez will back it up here. Peters, the far man on this side. They put all that quickness out there on this kickoff, and they really are able to cover those kickoffs. And special teams, such a huge part. Now Peters will have to go put the ball in the tee. No, Rodriguez will put it himself. I thought he was just going to kick it off the ground there the way he came storming up there. It tells you how hard the wind's blowing. If it does it twice, they'll make you hold it, and that makes everything different. Rodriguez says, don't fall off as I'm getting ready to kick it. Across the middle, and they're going to call offsides on the Panthers again. And, you know, I haven't seen this called this season on the Panthers, but the guy on that side is seeing something that I'm not. Panthers get a good break across that line. And, you know, I'll go back to the days of Andy Kaufman. He used to move his feet so quick they'd call him traveling, even when he didn't. Who knows?
Fourth penalty on the day against the Panthers, 25 total yards. 3 of them of the 5-yard variety and 1 holding call.
Now a kickoff at the 50-yard line. We haven't seen that very often either. All season long. So I want to thank you to that man on the other side for giving us a new look in football this year. Rodriguez kicks the ball. It's going to be taken at the 14-yard line. 15, 20-yard line. Good burst of speed. Out to about the 25. And let's see where they're going to set it. Looks like they're going to set it right on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Hawks.
Same effect as the touchback like the last kick, Jack, but this time the Hawks have the wind behind them.
Yep, so Flowers will be able to air it out a little bit, and I've got this wall, so I'm going to have to watch him pass it and then come over here and see where it goes. I need a window in the middle of that. Reg will get that for me in the offseason. He always tells me next year, but I'll tell you what, they take great care of us. Thank you for the pork chops to Brad Flowers and the gang and the Booster Club. We appreciate it. Flowers hands the ball off, left side. Guy trying to turn the corner will not get back to the line of scrimmage. There'll be a loss of a yard on the play.
New ball carry, Jack.
No, that was Howard running the ball. Lucas
44.
Howard, 44, yep. He's going to go all the way back to the 21-yard line. A 4-yard loss. He didn't get much of a spot on that. 2nd down to 14. I thought he lost a yard, and they're going to say he lost 4 on the play.
It's Connor Griffin and Reese Wilkie in there, assist by Darren Rigg.
A lot of different names on that defense, but you hear a lot of the same. People flying all over. Flowers, the quarterback. Pistol formation. A good hike from center. Throwing it across the middle. Going to be intercepted by Pavin. Gets a block. Works it on the right side. Beats a man down the sidelines. Trying to cut back across the middle. Cuts the grade. Looking towards the end zone. Still fighting. He's going to be taken down after the interception. And down about the 6-yard line.
He's just outside the 5. Drew caught that at about the 42. returned it to the 6. We'll give him a 36-yard interception return. That looked like a good ball. It just kind of sailed over the receivers. That's maybe one of the disasters of throwing with the wind.
And you never know when the receiver quit running the route and the quarterback's throwing it to a spot. And if you don't keep running the route, that's the result a lot of times of that. First and goal for the Panthers, 6-yard line. Ginnenbacher, the fullback. Pabin goes to the wing on the slot on the left side. They give the ball to Griffin, trying to turn the corner. Connor Griffin turning in towards the end zone. He's in for the touchdown. Connor Griffin, the senior, gets the TD and makes it a 38-0 game. That comes at the 7:14 mark of the second quarter of play. Connor Griffin on the run. Nice blocking in front of him by that left side of the line and the tight end on that side. Is that Miller on that side or Blewett?
Kevin Blewett's on the left side of our line, Jack, and we'll get some of the other people there. Jaden Semi, of course, we mentioned.
Wishbone this time for the Panthers. Keeping the ball is Moore, trying to find the pylon. He's going to get in for the two-point conversion. Let's take a look at that run by Griffin to the left-hand side on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Griffin gets the ball, and he just does a nice job running to the left, finds a hole, breaks across to the end zone, and it's a 40-0 Panthers score. Kickoff comes your way in a minute.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from folio wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Griffin's 6-yard run, 7:14 mark after the interception by Pabin, 43-yard return. And the Panthers lead it 40-0, and Carrollton needs to put a score on the board here before halftime. They'll get the kickoff. Rodriguez will kick off from his own 40-yard line. 7:14 left in the half, and the Hawks are going to have field position. You would think with the wind, ball's going to be taken right at the 20, 25-yard line, now to the 30, 35, across the 35, stacked up there. A nice return by Caleb Howard. Howard was in on the return.
Just the effect of the wind, Jack. Marco got that ball about 40 feet into the air, and then it turned to the southwest in a hurry with that wind pummeling against that leather pigskin flying through the sky.
Put it at the 35. Call it a 1st and 10, 7:06 left in the half.
Panthers' first-team defense still out here. Drew Pabin on this side, Darren Rigg beside him, Connor Griffin, Elijah Ginnenbacher, Zach Weir at the linebacker spots.
How many first downs for Carrollton on the day, bud?
I've got one.
They need to just get a series put together here and get a good positive. Good job, Flowers, keeping the ball. But he's going to be smothered by a host of tacklers on the left-hand side at about the 32-yard line.
Zach Weir, the first one in there that turned him into the arms of a guy. Who else was there? Elijah was there. Nick Moore back there as well. 2-yard loss. Carson Flowers, 2nd and 12 for the Hawks.
33-yard line, 6:40 and counting. The quickness of the line just beating the interior line off their blocks, and just not a whole lot the Hawks have been able to do here. I mean, they're playing pretty tight on their spreads right here. Just need to hold those blocks a little longer. Now the Panthers, 7 guys in the line. They give the ball across the middle. Little running room. Good job. One of the better runs of the day. And that's Cox with it. He's going to get the ball out to the 37-yard line. Give him a gain of what? 5 on the play?
Yeah, 5-yard gain.
Call it a 3rd and 8. Cox got a nice move across the middle. When you got 7 guys in the line of scrimmage, if Cox gets past those guys, he's got a lot of running room.
You know, he ran into one of his linemen leading him down the road, and If he hadn't had that little bump, he might have got another 20, Jack.
But those linemen got that opening for him, and that was a big one. 2 setbacks in the backfield, 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Flyers gives the ball to the big man across the middle. Power run across the 40 down to the 41-yard line.
44 on the carry, Jack. That's Lucas Howard. 3-yard gain. 4th down, about 4 for the Hawks.
4th and 4. And the Hawks are going to be in punt formation with the wind at their back. Coming off the field is Brady Carroll. Onto the field for the Hawks is Reed Snetgucke. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 145. Flowers back to punt. Eli Flowers, 5th punt of the day. They just need some positive. But with the Panthers not putting anybody back, you're not going to get a fumble most of the time in this situation. Flowers a little deeper this time. Now a whistle before we can get things going.
Delay a game. Clock ran out on the play clock, Jack. Get a 5-yard penalty against the Hawks. They'll replay 4th down after that 5-yard step off.
Put it back at the 36. 4th and 9. Now it's a chance maybe to set a school record for the longest punt if you're going back there a little ways, because with that wind at his back, if he can get a hold of it, he could kick her to the end zone. Flowers has got a good leg, and he really gets good hang time. Another beautiful punt. Now he needs to get a bounce, and he does get a Hawk bounce, but it goes out of bounds. And once again, we'll see that mystery of how officials decide where that ball goes out of bounds.
They've got her lined up. Actually, we'll credit Greg Moore, Nick's dad, with the reception on that punt, Jack. 1 hop to Greg Moore.
40-yard line. Panthers with the ball. 4:43 left in the half. 1st and 10 Panthers, leading at 40-0 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard here on Central Illinois Sports. Got a lot of alumni here today to be presenting all these Carrollton Hawks from years gone by. One of the best teams in the WIVC over these years, I'll guarantee you. Double wing formation, Moore the quarterback, Gittenbacher the fullback, man in motion. They give the ball to the fullback. Gittenbacher stacked up by the Hawks after he gets the ball out to about the 42-yard line. He'll gain 2 on the play and bring up a 2nd and 8.
6th carry for Elijah, 11 yards. That's a good fullback stat, isn't it, Jack? 6 carries for 11 yards.
Carter Rimby in on the tackle, the junior, 6'2", 225. 4:20 and counting now.
I would assume that Casey wants this to be a time-consuming drive to get us to halftime.
Panthers have called a timeout before the first quarter ended to get the win. Double wing. Moore starts man in motion. They fake it, give it to the man across this side. That's Pabin, I do believe. Out to the 48-yard line. Drew Pabin out to the 48, give him a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
6 carries for Drew, 63 yards. 3rd down 2.
And he had 43 yards on a interception return, I do believe, right?
And a 27-yard pass reception.
Yeah, so he's had a good day.
Do I have to count up all-purpose yards too, Jack? That'll take me longer.
All-purpose yards. I'd like for you to do that since you're his grandpa. That's the least you could do. Griffin in motion, give it to the fullback. Left-hand side, got running room around the corner. A penalty flag, it'll bring this one back. No matter what happens, must have been a hold on the play. And they'll bring it back as the flag sits on the 40-yard line. It'll be a hold. They'll bring it back to the 50.
Be close. That might be enough for a 1st down, Jack. See exactly which side of the white line they mark it on.
Yeah.
Mason Miller lost his shoe during the play, but he wasn't the one holding, so we're not sure who it was.
It was a lead blocker getting way out there, but the ball's going to be right around the 50-yard line. It'll be almost a measurement to see if he made it. They put it there. That's going to be a 1st down. So you got to give the man some positive yards and 3 on the play. They put it at the 50 after the hold, and then he moves the ball. That's a 1st down. You bet. 1st and 10 from the 50.
We give Elijah a 4-yard rushing gain on that one?
I would say 3. It was at the 47 before.
Good.
Yep. So at the 50-yard line with 3:21, that'll start the clock again after the penalty on the hold. Panthers have been called for holding a couple times. They've had about 6 penalties, I guess, on the day.
5 for 35, Jack.
Yeah. Stay away from the personal fouls. Saw 1 or 2 of those in the last couple of weeks, and nobody likes those called on them. Double wing. Moore under center. Man in motion. Give the ball to Griffin. Nice job by Carrollton snuffing that one out. That's going to be a 3-yard loss on Griffin. Ball back to the 47. And it'll bring up a second down and 13 as the defense on the right side doing a nice job. Give Connor Campbell some of the credit there. Also, a couple of the big men on that side making a tackle. Braylon Rhodes is also in on that tackle.
The Hawks made that look easy, Jack. They were in the backfield easily 3 or 4 deep.
They just beat their men to the ball that time, and it took too much time for the ball on the fake to make itself work. Now Thompson comes out wide to the right. Slot in the left with 2 setbacks. Hand the ball deep to Griffin. Griffin trying to get running room. He'll get 2 of those yards he lost in the last play of the 49 and bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Panthers with 2:05 and counting left in the second quarter. 40-0 Panthers, 2 minutes left in the half. And if the Panthers can get a first down, they could keep it for the rest of the half. If the Hawks can stop them here, they can have the wind at their back and have a shot at putting a score on the board here. Big play here, 3rd and 11.
We just like to finish this possession a little crisper to go into halftime, Jack.
Not probably going to see many of these guys in the second half. Back to pass is Moore. Across the middle, under pressure, still under pressure, fighting, running for his life. Sets, throws the ball up for grabs, intercepted Hawks. No, they're going to say he was out of bounds on the tackle. What did they call over
The play stopped somewhere, but I don't know where.
They're going to say he went out of bounds, I guess. Or maybe he was down on the 39-yard line.
Stepped out of bounds at the 39.
4th and 21, loss of 10 on the play. So it'll be punt formation for the Panthers first time today at the 128 mark, and it stops the clock. Carrollton will have enough time to run some plays. They've got some timeouts left. Back to punt is Nick Moore. He had to run for his life that time. Good defense by the Hawks. Good hike from center. Moore gets a punt off the side of his foot. It's going to land and roll dead on the 35-yard line, and that's where the Hawks are going to have it, 1st and 10. 1:20 left in the half, 1st and 10 Hawks at their own 35-yard line. Flowers and company will line up at the line of scrimmage and try to get some good positives here. With a 40-0 score, Hawks need to score. We'll have a running clock in the second half. Panthers just keep that offense rolling, don't they, Bob? My goodness.
Yeah, that series, Carrollton stepped up the defense and disrupted the offense 4 plays in a row, so credit to Hawks on that possession.
Playoff teams will want to see that film and how it happened. They'll want to always see that Calhoun one. Flowers goes to hand the ball off, ball loose. Carrollton gets it back. Niekamp was close, but Howard falls on it at the 33. He'll lose 2 yards on the play and bring up a 2nd down and 12. Niekamp, a sophomore, second leading tackler as a freshman last year on a team that finished 2nd in the state. And as I told you, his coaches told me that he flat could make it happen. We started at the 35. They're down at the 32, so a loss of 3. Back to pass, Flowers. Across the middle, got some running room. He's going to take it himself. 40-yard line, 42-yard line.
Reese Wilkie had a shot in the backfield, but Reese just keeps motoring and made the tackle from behind. And, those, when you got guys going 2 directions, opposite directions, can be a little scary. But Reese made a nice play, and Elijah Ginnebacher also there, but a big gain for the Hawks, now 3rd and 4.
9-yard gain. Rodney Flowers was trying to call timeout, but the official just basically ignored him. Across the middle, Flowers throws the ball. It'll be out of bounds at the 11-second mark. 4th down and 3 from the 42. No reason for the Hawks not to go for this, but I saw Coach Flowers signal for a timeout, and that back judge just wasn't looking up.
Incomplete pass by Carson Flowers, his 6th attempt for the day. And 4th and about 4 for the Hawks, but looks like they're going to punt it away here to close out the first half.
Flowers is out there to punt. That's Eli Flowers. Isn't it interesting how they played that momentum game and only lost 14-0 to Greenfield Northwestern? It shows you how much rivalries mean in high school football. They just got fired up for that game. Flowers punts the ball. It's going to roll dead, and we'll run out of time almost before it quits rolling, I think. 3, 2, 1. Don't touch it yet. And that will be the end of the first half. We've reached halftime on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess Motors, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Quincy, Illinois dealer. It's the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to the car buying process, simple, and making sure customers' needs are satisfied. My kids know. You could find out, too. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. 40-0. Panthers with the lead here at halftime. We'll take the break. Tell you more on stats, scoring, and more when we come back after these.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to. But I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Golf course has been around since 1957. When we looked at doing the deck outside, we looked at a lot of different options, but everything led back to Pike County Lumber. We looked at quality, price, and service. We wound up going with Tamco, composite decking. Pike County Lumber was great to work with.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, Go Panthers! Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Panthers lead at 40-0. Jack Hull, Bob Ray, Tim Hull, Phoenix Bacon alongside today here at Carrollton. And the Panthers have been impressive in the first half. But, Bob, let's just take a look at the scoring wrap in the first half, if we could, how the Panthers got to the 40 points.
The Panthers scored in the first quarter at 8:24 on the clock. Elijah Ginnenbacher, a 1-yard run after a couple of big plays, including a Nick Moore scamper and a pass play. Elijah with a 1-yard run, 9 total plays. At 3:02 in the first quarter, Nate Peters finished the drive at a 4-yard run after a 6-play possession. Drew Pavin on the 2-point conversion run. And at 1:50 in the first quarter, Nick Moore, Jack, you remember that long 58-yard run that Nick had, 1-play drive. The pass failed, 20 points for the Panthers in the first quarter. 3 scores in the second quarter to report. At 11:55, Elijah Ginnenbacher, a 4-yard run, 22 yards total on that possession over 5 plays. Joseph Friday into the game at the 8:17 mark of the second quarter with a 1-yard run, a 7-play drive that covered 47 yards. And we close out the scoring at 7:14. Connor Griffin, a 6-yard run, a 1-play drive after the Drew Pavin 32-yard interception return. Nick Moore on the 2-point conversion. That's how the Panthers got to 40 points on 29 plays during their scoring drives, Jack.
40-0 Panthers here at halftime on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. As we go to break, we tell you about LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing, 217-285-2808. Trucking for all your needs. See the Dunham boys and their professional team. And Tim Waters and Waters Concrete, offering quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. 309-252-1052. The Little Jess Motors halftime show. They're right across from Quincy High School. They can take care of all your transportation needs, service, and more. We'll take a break. Panthers lead at 40-0. Individual stats come your way after these.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect. If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602. Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish. making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Welcome back on the Little Jets Motors halftime show. We got about 10 minutes before we'll start the second half here. And Bob Ray's got some team and individual statistics for you in the Panthers' 40-0 lead.
Carrollton Hawks, Jack, the Panther defense, been pretty stout most of the first half. I had the Carrollton Hawks with 21 offensive plays and a positive 16 yards during the half. They had 3 penalties for a total of 29 yards. Grant Cox leads away with 2 receptions for 21 yards. Carries by Carson Flowers, Lucas Howard, and Grant Cox for the Carrollton offense, overshadowed for the first half by the Panther defense so far. The Panther offensive statistics, 15 first downs during the first half. They had 5 penalties, a total of 35 yards. Rushers for the Panthers, Joseph Friday, 3 carries for 16. Wyatt Skimmerhorn, 2 for 10. Nick Moore, 5 carries for 68. Of course, one of those was a 58-yard run. Drew Pabin, 6 carries for 63. Nate Peters, 2 carries for 14. 2 carries for 18. Elijah Ginnebacher, 6 carries for 14 yards. Connor Griffin, 4 for 7. Total rushing for the Panthers team, 28 carries for 196. Nick Moore threw 4 passes, completed 3 for a total of 59 yards. 2 of those to Jack Thompson for 32 and 1 to Drew Pavin for 27. Drew had 27 yards receiving, 63 yards rushing, and a 32-yard interception return. All-purpose yards, Drew Pavin, 122.
Pretty good first half for the Panthers as they keep rolling. Want to have a special shout-out to our cameraman, Phoenix Bacon. He's in here thawing out because he's been out in the weather today, but we're going to show him how cold it can get in the playoff time. Doing a great job for us, and tell him you appreciate that. Thank you to Sheila Davidsmeyer, Northwestern Mutual, and Tim Hull doing a great job keeping us on the air, running all the spots for us and showing us the game. 40-0, Panthers with the lead. Little Jets Motors halftime show. We'll take a break, talk a little bit more when we come back after these.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you. Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at No. 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005, or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
The Farm Stand, located at 405 East Park Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is the place to go when you're looking for a fresh, homemade meal. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Farm Stand has a full breakfast and lunch menu. Enjoy breakfast favorites such as biscuits and gravy, pancakes, French toast, and a loaded breakfast burrito. For lunch, check out the great selection of sandwiches, salads, paninis, and more. You'll never leave hungry when you visit the Farm Stand in Camp Point.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family. The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
We will pay the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now. It is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
it gives you protection with credit monitoring.
So the peace of mind of that's very nice.
Luke and Aaron Fessler at Fessler Insurance are here to help you with all of your insurance needs. Fessler Insurance, a Country Financial agency, provides life, health, auto, home, and farm insurance. Trust your insurance needs to the local folks at Fessler Insurance. Call for a quote today at 217-285-4429 or stop by at 1165 West Washington Street in Pittsfield for Fessler Insurance.
Hey, Caitlin, I got some stuff for the Farmers Flight garage sale this weekend, including this nice wig.
Jones, it's not that type of garage sale.
What do you mean?
It's things on sale for your garage.
like a shop light for under $20, a shelving unit for under $40, a 27-gallon storage tote under $10, plus you can get a $25 gift card when you purchase this DeWalt shop vac. View these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Well then, what am I supposed to do with this wig?
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the largest selection of gun safes in the tri-state area. That's right, everything from the vaults, vault doors, and safe accessories. Only the quality brands like Fort Knox, American Security, Browning, and Liberty. Come in and check out the displays or go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection online as well.
Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
We're passionate about the outdoors.
Well, the Panthers and the Hawks are back out getting loose here. We're just about ready to get things underway in the second half. I don't know if we put the 3 minutes up or not yet. Let's have not. So about 3 more minutes there they'll put on the clock. But as you look at, we'll have a running clock in the second half of this one, Bob. And I have to tell you, when I left home today, I wasn't thinking at all about that. And the Panthers' speed on the line especially even has really been a difference maker.
Yeah, I think Caden and Wes and Reese, supported by our linebackers. Connor Griffin's had a very strong game. Zach Weir, of course, Elijah Ginnebacher's been in a mix of a lot of plays. Darren Rigg on the edge. Those 5 or 8 kids have enjoyed a strong afternoon. They've skirted the blocks that are coming their way and then turned the jets on, and they spent a lot of time in the backfield.
I want to tell all of you, if you're watching the game today, first of all, Mike Pritchett's not able to be here today, the photographer for the Panthers, a little bit under the weather. But say a little prayer for Mike. He's going to get better real quick like. But we'll miss seeing that preview of all those pictures that Mike does such a great job with. And then the second thing, a special shout-out to the Carrollton Hawks athletic director and the guys up here in the booth like my buddy Reg and all these guys making us feel comfortable and so welcome as always. You know, many years ago, I remember I told Reg I was coming, and he said, well, long as you don't say anything bad about the Hawks, you can stay in the building. And so I'm still in the building, so apparently I haven't made him too mad. But we've been friends for a long time. Brad Flowers doing a great job. Got to see Nick Flowers a few minutes ago, and it was great to see Nick. Miss seeing him on the sidelines. But I want to tell you that the transformation of the Hawks from last year to this year is really good. They're going to be in the playoff hunt this year. Good to see that. Who do they play their last game of the season? Will they be on the road? Play Route? Well, I think Route's got their hands full to take on this squad. We've seen them both. But it'll be a good game, too. And get out there and support your kids because they're all doing the very best they can with what they're working with. And you rebuild after those teams that get up there in the state championships. Panthers got second in the state last year. And look at the way they're doing things now. But, you know, we got to be honest with you. When you let the likes of Bloomington Central Catholic and Belleville, Althoff, and others in 1A football, we've seen a lot of 1A football, and neither one of them, I don't think, belong in that. But, you know, that's my opinion, and since I think I'm right, I'm going to go with it.
We were 1 for 1 on wasp swatting, too, Jack. That's
well,
good.
Maybe. Reg didn't think maybe I got him all. I may have just made him mad, but.
We'll give him the tackle assist on that if he gets the hammer down on that one.
Cool thing about a wasp this time of year, he doesn't move near as fast, you know? But,
yeah. You know the thing about this field, Jack, Mike always has great pictures here because this is a very picturesque setting. Dark green, the yellow that's here, the gold, the white. It's a great place to watch pictures, to see pictures that have taken place during the contest. It's a very colorful, energetic setting here in Carrollton.
And they recognize the alumni from Carrollton over the years. 50 years ago, the 73-74 team, 8-0-2. And that year, we looked at it, Pittsfield was 5-3-1, so Carrollton tied them. Of course, that's the year that Winchester stopped the 64 straight wins of the Pittsfield Sockies in a 12-0 win by Winchester at Pittsfield that day, and that's a good one, too. Pittsfield will play Riverton next week on the road. These guys got Route. I'm going to guess next Saturday at 1 o'clock at McMurray is where they'll be playing that game because McMurray doesn't have lights, and Carrollton will be kicking off. Panthers lead at 40-0, and we're just about ready for the second half. We'll see a lot of new guys on the offensive side for the Panthers here in the second half, I'm sure.
40-40 kick. Lucas Howard with the win behind him, Jack. Drew Payman bobbles the kick, but they're going to keep the return moving.
Payman with some running room. That's going to be tackled out around the 28-yard line. That's where the Panthers will be 1st and 10, and I expect to see Dylan Mound, I'm going to guess, at the quarterback position. We'll try to set the offense for you here.
I think Nick's going to run they're going to run one possession maybe with the varsity first string. Casey's talking to Nick to get them running. I see Elijah there. I see Connor. So
well, you want to burn some clock here for one thing, because you got the wind in your face here to start the third quarter. Moore, the quarterback, double wing formation. Shouts him out, starts Griffin in motion, gives the ball to Pavin on the other side. He's going to be tackled on a very short gain of 1 on the play. Down to the 29, going to bring up 2nd down and 9 yards to go for the Panthers, leading 40-0 in the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 285-5800 for PCRE.
Do you remember our last possession of the first half was a little unsettled, Jack? We weren't very smooth, so maybe we want to try to smooth some wrinkles here.
6-man front for Carrollton here. Now the man in motion. Griffin took a step back, got a little running room. Burst out, and he's going to be close to the first down on a 9-yard gain. I think he's got that first down. Out to the 39-yard line. Should be a gain of 9 on the play, and he is going to pick up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Just short of the 40-yard line at the 39. Just underway third quarter action. Jack Hull, Bob Ray, Tim Hull, Phoenix Bacon running the camera. I want to thank you for joining us. Couldn't be here without all of our sponsors. One of them, Refreshment Services Pepsi, and Brad Flowers on the other end helps us out a lot with them, and we appreciate it. Moore, the quarterback. Look like they're going to try to shoot some people. Going to get outside is Pavin. Got a blocker and Riggs in front of him. Breaks the tackle out to the 45-yard line. He'll gain 6 on the play and pick up a 2nd and 4 for the Panthers here, with 10 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third quarter of play. Panthers leading at 40-0. We'll be back in action. West Central will be coming to Camp Point Central for senior night. We'll be there for the broadcast. Pittsfield, Charlie and John. Justin and the gang will travel to Riverton for the final game for the Sockies next week, too. And then we'll have playoff action after that. Double wing formation. Looking at shooting the linebackers. They'll give the ball to the fullback. First man through, and he's going to carry the line into Carrollton territory out to the 48-yard line.
Elijah Ginnenbacher on that 8-yard gain, Jack. Another first down for the Panthers at the 9:40 mark.
Panthers have got a lot of first downs today, Bob. They've done a nice job there.
17.
And a couple of one-play touchdowns on the day to go with that.
We have a credit. We see right in front of us here Wes Crooks, Darren Rigg, Reese Wilkie, Mason Miller, Jack Thompson, and Jaden Summey, our linemen. Great job today by them.
Fullback across the middle is going to get the ball down to the 40-yard line. He'll gain about 8 on the play. Call it 6, I guess. Bring up a 2nd and a short 4.
8th carry for 29 yards. Elijah Ginnenbacher, fullback today.
When he went in at the fullback at about game number 2, maybe game number 3, and we saw Griffin go out to the wing, this offense just changed a little bit, I think, Bob.
It did. Elijah brings a lot of power, and guys, Connor Griffin, he's got a lot of speed, but he puts a lot of power on leading blocks, too.
That's for sure. This time he'll lead the block as Ginnenbacher breaks outside, breaks the tackle, got the first down and more. He's heading to the zone. 5, touchdown, Ginnenbacher, 40 yards out. Comes at the 8:37 mark, and Elijah Ginnenbacher goes 40 yards for at least his 2nd touchdown of the day. 46-0, and Marco Rodriguez will come alongside for the kick after. We'll show you the replay after this kick on the extra point on the Northwestern Mutual Sheila Davidsmeyer replay.
3rd touchdown for Elijah Ginnenbacher, Jack.
Moore with the hold. Rodriguez with the kick. Hike good, ball down, kick up, and it appears to be no good. Let's take a look at that replay. Tim Hull's got that for us, thanks to Phoenix Bacon, too. And a good run by Ginnenbacher, lead by Griffin, knocks him outside, and he just outruns the defense for the touchdown. We're back with more after these.
Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, go Panthers! Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Rodriguez to kick off from the 40-yard line. 8:37. Clock will start, and it won't stop except for scores, injuries, and timeouts in the quarter break. Rodriguez kicks the ball off across the middle. Carrollton will take it at the 22, having a little trouble with the ball, picks it up, and dances around a little bit. Chance to get outside by this Hawk now. He runs into a tackler at about the 27-yard line, and that's where Carrollton will have it 1st and 10. If he broke outside, he might have went for the zone.
Drew Pabin was waiting on this side. I was just kind of watching the kick return team, Jack. They stay in their lanes. We had 3 guys pressure the ball, but 2 guys on this side stayed in their spot, and one ran right into Drew's arms. First down, Carrollton Hawks. I think the Panther first-team defense still here, but that'll be sprinkled substitutions pretty shortly.
Yep, they run a lot of people in and out anyway, play about 20, 22 guys normally. They're going to be back to pass as Flowers. Throws a little pass on the outside. It's going to be out of the arms of the receiver. Bring up a 2nd down and 10.
We do have 2 different linemen on the defensive side. Robert Gooding and Wyatt Vandevelde are in for Reese and Caden. Wes Crook still anchoring for the nose spot.
Vandevelde got some starts early in the season, does a nice job for them too. And we'll tell you a little bit more about Vandevelde here in just a minute. He is a 6'3", 270-pound junior. Flowers, the quarterback, in the pistol. Good hike. Hands the ball off, left-hand side, breaking across the middle. Good pickup this time. That should be Lucas Howard, I do believe. Howard's going to get the ball out to the 37-yard line, it looks like. 36. Going to gain 9 and need a yard for the first down.
Well, they gave him the first down. We're going to give him 11, Jack.
I don't even understand how that happened. We're at the 27, gets to the 36, and picks up a first down, but a 1st and 10 for Carrollton. 6:47. The math just didn't come together for me that time for some reason.
Jack Thompson's the far side corner and taking Nick Moore's spot.
Hands the ball off right side. Good run this time by Howard again. He'll break the 40-yard line out to the 41. 5 yards on the play. 2nd down, 5 yards to go.
Vandevelde, Wes Crooks on the tackle. Joseph Friday's got one of our linebacker spots.
They didn't make a first down on that, though. Still about 5 yards short. Howard's a good runner.
9 carries for him today, the workhorse for the Hawk offense.
I saw a Carrollton team beat a very good Athens team there a couple years ago. It was impressive, let me tell you. Flowers got the ball, looks to the right, still looking, throws the ball across the middle, tipped up, one teammate to the other. Going to get it all the way to the 46-yard line.
Number 2 on the reception.
Charlie Stump. Who was the man that tipped it first? Any idea?
I missed that one.
Looked like, Snelton tipped the ball, and Stump was able to catch it, so credit him with the catch. Ball sitting on the 45-yard line.
8th pass attempt for Carson Flowers. 3rd and 1.
Throws a nice ball. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Give it to the power runner in the middle that time. He's going to make the first down as Lucas Howard will run it out to the 48-yard line. Give him another first down. The 1st and 10 for Carrollton with 5 minutes and counting left in the 3rd quarter of play. A 46-0 Panther lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 285-5800. That is correct.
If Zach Weir assisting on the tackle that time, this cornerback on this side taking Drew's spot. This is Wyatt Skimmerhorn on this side cornerback.
Better stay close to Caleb Howard because he's going to try to run right by you. Fake the pitch, roll to the right, get the official out of the way, throw it across the middle, almost intercepted, but knocked out of bounds as it goes through the hand of the defender for the Panthers.
Nate Peters had the coverage that time, assisted in the our safety for the Panthers, number 8, Colton Cooley, back in.
Ball back out to the 48-yard line. Clock continues to run. 4:15 left in the third quarter. We'll be down around the 4-minute mark before the ball's hiked or more.
I think during this possession we've kind of rotated all of the Panther starters out, and we'll have all fresh legs in. Joseph Friday in at a linebacker spot as well.
Get some people out, but 4 new linebackers, 3 new linemen out there now. Flowers the quarterback. Hands the ball off, left-hand side. Getting some good running room as Howard still on his feet. Friday trying to pull him down. Needs some help for some other guys. No, that's Weir, I should say. Ball comes loose. They're going to say it was down on the field. Howard's going to get the ball all the way out to the 23-yard line.
25-yard gain, first down for the Hawks. Colton Cooley on the tackle for the Panthers.
Nice job by Howard that time, out to the 23, 1st and 10 at the 3:20 mark.
11 carries, 51 yards for Lucas Howard.
When you put a second group in, they're still good defenders, but it's different. With this big line, you're even more outmanned. There's a reason that first group with their quickness is able to stop these guys. And I think Carrollton, if they use their strength on the line right now, can put the ball into the zone. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Back to pass is Flowers. Throws a bullet across the middle. Caught. Reception inside the 10. Tackled it around the 6 or 7 yard line.
14 on the reception.
That'd be Carson Crushauer.
17-yard completion.
1st and 10. Ball on the 7, they say. 1st and goal from the 7. 2:30 left in the quarter.
10 passing attempts by Carson Flowers, 50 yards of offense through the air.
In the 70s, the coaches wouldn't put anybody else in on defense because they didn't want anybody to score. Now you're worried about protecting people not to get hurt as you're working towards the playoffs. Flowers hands the ball off left-hand side. With the run is Howard, still on his feet. He's going to be tackled right about the line of scrimmage, and he wanted to get away, but a nice team tackle by the Panthers.
Wyatt Skimmerhorn leading the charge for the Panther defense. 65, Jace Wallace.
Nice job by Wallace on that play, along with others. Skimmerhorn stuck his nose in there, too. Howard's big enough. He's hard to bring down, 5'11", 170, and you get back in those defensive backs, he's got him outsized. Flowers the quarterback. 2nd and goal from the 8. 1:40 left in the quarter. Tries Howard right side. Power run across the middle, trying to get into the zone. He's down inside, down about the 1 yard line. Give him 6 on the play and bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 1. Now, I will tell you, this is where the Panthers kept Calhoun out with their first string, and they will not just give you this, but Carrollton earning it, taking the ball down the field this time. As they started on their own 27, this will be the 11th play of the series. Started at the 6:12 mark, I have unofficially. Flowers with a minute left. Gives the ball inside, ball loose, diving for the football. Let's see who came away with it. Fighting for the ball, I think. Panthers
come up with it. Jaden Summey, it looks like, a defensive lineman. Who's been our center all day, comes into defensive line, and he knows where the ball is, Jack. He just grabbed it.
He said, that's the ball I've had my hands on all day long, and just nothing that the Carrollton Hawks could do to take care of it on that miscue and the fumble, the 3rd turnover of the day.
They've got it marked at the 5 yard line. Panthers deep in their own territory, but we're just at the 22nd mark. Jack, we're probably not even going to take a snap.
No, I wouldn't think they'd snap the ball here. They're going to take the ball in the 4th quarter, leading 46-0, where there'll be 1st and 10 with the ball on the 5 yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Central Illinois Sports, thank all those sponsors. Spend your money with them. 4th quarter, play-by-play comes your way in a minute.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Fourth quarter action, 12 minutes left in the clock, 46-0 Panthers, PCRE Real Estate and Auction. RealNet and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. RealNet and Twine is your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see them or call 285-5013, RealNet and Twine. So the Panthers are going to be deep in their own territory, and I'm going to think we're going to see some second-string offensive people, Bob, and you can help us sit some of those people if you would.
Yeah, Dylan Mount is out here going to be taking the snap as a quarterback spot. Roland Zadesco is out here on the near sideline. And he has I can pick up his 2 wingbacks, Jack. We'll get them in a moment. There's one right here, Wyatt Skimmerhorn, I could tell, but he slips on the grass. Probably a 1-yard loss for Wyatt.
Skimmerhorn's so fast, he gets those feet moving. He's going to lose a yard on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down and 11 for the Panthers. Skimmerhorn trying to get outside. You'll see a lot of these young guys playing on Monday night up at Camp Point Central at 6 o'clock in the JV contest between these two. They play face off in the WIVC. These are crossover games, so a little longer trip on a Monday night. Carrollton and Camp Point Central, get out there and support the young kids. That's your future. Now on the quarterback, man in motion, trying to hand the ball on the inside to the fullback. Stacked up that time. Is that Bush?
They've got that back to just about the 1-yard line on that loss during the carry, Jack. Loss of 3. And I still don't have the fullback's number, whoever had that carry.
We'll see who they break the line of scrimmage. You'll be able to give him.
Nate Peters is one of our wingbacks. I would have guessed Connor Bush, but I don't see the number yet.
Normally Bush. Mound will bring the ball from the sideline, call the play.
It's 3rd and 14 for the Panthers, and they are just inches outside of their own goal line.
Yeah, Hawks with a chance to get a safety here. Mound needs to be careful. Fullback gets the ball across the middle, carries it across to the 5-yard line. Nope, that's Joe Friday, I do believe.
Joseph Friday on a 3-yard gain.
So we'll give him a 3-yard loss and a 3-yard gain on the play, and the Panthers will be in punt formation. 4th down and 11 from their own 5-yard line with 10:15 left in this contest. 46-0 Panthers on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
Marco Rodriguez is going to punt, and he's almost in the Carrollton student section where he's going to kick from.
Probably hadn't had to punt in this much pressure before. Gets it away. Rugby kick across the middle. Carrollton's going to let it roll down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be put down there. Carrollton will have the ball in great field position, 1st and 10.
Robert Gooding, one of our big linemen down there to put the ball at ease once he got down to collect his feet there at the 30-yard line. We'll get the Panther defense back in. Carrollton Hawks have a great opportunity here at just 9:25 remaining in the 4th quarter in our contest.
Put her on the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, 29 yards from pay dirt. Lucas Howard back with Flowers there, and he had some nice runs before the miscue. Let's see if they can get things together and punch one in here. Flowers gets a hike, gives the ball to Howard, across the middle, breaks tackle, still on his feet, carrying people down. Inside the 25, down close to the 21-yard line.
Right at the 20 they marked him, Jack, so 9-yard gain for Lucas Howard, his 14th carry. He's up to 68 yards. 2nd and 1, Jack Thompson, the Panther tackler.
8:40 left in the contest. The Hawks look at their wristbands for the offense. White out, 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Single setback in Howard with a slot on the left side. Flowers going to keep it himself across the middle. Got some running room. Still carrying people inside the 20 down to about the 16. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Carrollton Hawks. Comes at the 8:15 mark. Bush, they say, in on the tackle that time. Good to hear some other names out there. Charlie Stump out on this side. He's in the slot formation. He caught a pass just moments ago as Caleb Howard is the wide out on this side. Flowers, the quarterback. Man in motion. Pits the ball outside. That's the Stump trying to turn the corner. Nice tackle. Ball comes loose. Carrollton will fall on it. Get it back. They're going to say the ball was down anyway. And just back to the line of scrimmage. And we've got a penalty flag in the middle of the field also. See what the call is. Official says hold against Carrollton. You're probably going to take that penalty since they've got the ball so deep in their own territory. So that ball would go.
It's going to be about a 2nd and 12, or it's going to be a 1st and 22, something like that, Jack?
I think they'll go back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll go to the 26 if they use the rule that they're supposed to be using now.
Yeah, I didn't see where the flag actually landed.
Yeah, it's not point of infraction anymore. They go back to the line of scrimmage. Nope.
We declined the penalty.
So we'll never know.
2nd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss.
Yep, they're going to put the ball out at the 16-yard line. No, it's about the 17.
In all that, I missed who made the great one-on-one tackle on the far side.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was a nice tackle, that's for sure. Faking that, now rolling to the right is Flowers. Got some running room, going to throw across the middle, and it's just incomplete as he missed the receiver that time in Eli Flowers. Just need to get the nose of the ball up a little bit. Incomplete pass, 3rd down, 12 yards to go.
Thrown into the wind, Jack. It's probably about the same as it was. I know when we had the national anthem at 1 o'clock, the flag looks like it's blowing about the same way.
Yeah, she's still blowing pretty hard across there, and so it takes all the timing away from you. Little pass like that, though, you had the man open, so you want to try to complete that one if at all possible. And that's youngsters trying to get their feet under.
They're checking to play Caleb Howard, the receiver on this side for the Hawks.
Start a man in motion, wide back. Little screen pass across the middle. Panthers had it snuffed out that time. Good defensive play. And tell us who that big man is that made that tackle.
Well, great pressure by Connor Bush, who made that happen, and Wyatt Vandevelde was there to wrap up the tackle during the screen play. But a lot of recognition to Connor Bush for forcing that play.
Going to bring up a 4th and 14, 5:15 left as Carrollton trying to score against these youngsters for the Panthers. But these young guys are hungry for playing time, and they're saying, hey, Coach, I can do this for you.
4th and 14 for the Hawks going into the wind. The ball spotted right at the 20-yard line.
See if Flowers can find somebody down the field and put one in the pocket here. Back to pass. Got some time. Throws it across the middle. Man open across the middle. Catches the ball for the touchdown. Flowers to Flowers. That's Eli Flowers from 24 yards out.
20. They're right at the 20-yard line.
20-yard touchdown pass comes at the 4:50 mark, and Flowers waited for his partner in Eli Flowers to break open, and he got behind the defense, made a nice catch for the touchdown with 4:50 left.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to sail untouched in the end zone, but Eli made a nice turn to the right and a great catch.
Flowers with the hike from center. He'll keep it himself, trying to get that 2-point conversion, falls forward and does not make it. Timeout on the field, 4:50 left. Score on the scoreboard, 46-6 in favor of the Panthers over Carrollton on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. We'll take a break and back with a kickoff after this.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offering quality concrete for your next new build. Driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. They did a great job for us. 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete and LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. Why don't you give them a call today at 285-2808. Thank the Dunham boys and their staff. Got the ball laid down there, and that's because it blew off. And
Lucas Howard's at the tee. He's going to set it up again. We have Deep White, Skimmerhorn, and Nate Peters.
That's a couple of rockets that can run the ball back. Howard will kick the ball off across the middle. Caught on the line drive. Nope. Kicked up by Skimmerhorn, and he'll knock the ball out of bounds, and that's where the Panthers are going to get the ball. Call it the 24-yard line, it looks like, 1st and 10. Skimmerhorn just couldn't get the hands up there and control that hard kick by Howard. Howard really put his foot into it. It was a line drive, and on a cold day like this, it might have hurt to catch that ball like that.
Panthers offense, 1st and 10 at 4:44. And Dylan Mound gets to play, coming back in.
Mound and the sophomore squad, how have they been doing this year, Bob?
They had a great game against Triopia Monday night, and the freshman squad played Thursday night, and they had a terrific game as well. Both of those, like 1 or 2 point score differentials. Good fun football on Monday and Friday night in Camp Point last week.
A lot of learning by those youngsters. That's how you get better. And, of course, these kids getting some varsity time, that helps too. Mound, the quarterback. They blow it dead before the ball is handed off.
Too much time off the clock. We ran through the play clock that time, Jack, so we didn't get a snap, but we're going to burn 50 seconds off the clock.
Yep, that's the thing. You'll burn as much time taking a penalty. You know, you could actually take delay of games the rest of the game. There wouldn't be a darn thing anybody could do about it, but that's not what you're looking to do.
6th penalty against the Panthers for 40 total yards. 2 holding penalties and otherwise 4 or 5 yard penalties.
I had an official tell me one time down at the old Barefoot you couldn't do that. And I said, how are you going to do it? You can't put the ball in the end zone. Ball across the middle, fullback with it there. Going to be tackled by a host of Carrollton Hawks. He'll get the ball out to the...
Pick 2 yards back up, I think.
Yep.
Connor Bush.
About the 22-yard line. Call it 2nd and 12, 3:20 and counting left in this one, 46-6. Panthers with the lead, led 40-0 at halftime. Each team's added a score in the second half. Panthers will break the huddle. Somebody on the wide side knew the play already. He broke the huddle early on everybody. Maybe it's coming to him. Ball across the middle. Man falls forward.
Good hard run by Connor Bush out to the 27-yard line. He gains back another 5 yards, but still 3rd and about 8.
Well, I'll tell you, that Bush boy's got a lot of yards in his high school career as a junior, never being a starter. He's got to run the ball a lot in the last couple of seasons in a reserved role. We're down to the 2:30 mark. Should be down about 2:15 before they hike the ball. Like those play clocks, down to 10, game clock at 2:22. Mound, the sophomore quarterback. Hands the ball off, but Carrollton snuffs that one out, and it's going nowhere.
Second man through that time, Zach Weir. 1-yard gain for Zach.
And it'll be a punt for the Panthers here as the defense of Carrollton is held. We're under 2 minutes left in this contest. We'll wrap it up on the Blessing Health Systems, Illini Community Hospital postgame show. Name are Edward Jones, Derek Harris, player of the game. Rodriguez gets the kickoff. It's going to be taken at the 46-yard line. Good one-on-one tackle by the Panthers that time.
Yeah, Robert Gooding again leads the charge on. He's the long snapper and gets down and also makes the tackle to 50-yard line assist Gavin Blewett.
Put the ball right at the 50-yard line. That's where Carrollton will have it for the last minute and 20 seconds. See if Carrollton can find pay dirt one more time. A lot of new people coming out there, it looks like, for Carrollton, too. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of
I think a whole new crew of green shirts. Number 2 is in the backfield, Charlie Stumpf. Who's the quarterback, Jack? 17?
Looks like that will be Landon Grafford. These are the guys you'll see in that sophomore JV contest on Monday, I'm going to guess. 50 seconds left. And Stump playing the quarterback, maybe? Okay. Quarterback keeper across the middle. Got some good running room. Gets the ball out to the 45-yard line.
That's 17, Landon Grafford. 5-yard gain to the 45.
25 seconds left. Carrollton can make a decision whether they're going to hike the ball or not. Looks like they're not in any hurry here, and that's going to take care of the ball game. We have reached the post-game show. Final score of the ball game, 46-6 in favor of the Panthers over Carrollton. Both teams in action next week. Carrollton on the road against Route at McMurray on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Panthers Friday night, 7 o'clock senior night. Final score, 46-6. We've reached the post-game show. Stay tuned. More comes your way after these.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
The golf course has been around since 1957. When we looked at doing the deck outside, we looked at a lot of different options, but everything led back to Pike County Lumber. We looked at quality, price, and service. We wound up going with Tamco, composite decking. Pike County Lumber was great to work with.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, go Panthers! Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930. Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. you can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect. If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back on the Illini Community Hospital postgame show. They've been serving the community since 1942 with excellent health care services from primary and specialty care to emergency medicine. Illini's here to serve you and your family. Learn more about those services at IlliniHospital.org. Panthers win it 46-6, led 40-0 at the half, but a couple of touchdowns in the second half, one by Carrollton, one by the Panthers. We'll let Bob tell you about those.
Yeah, in the third quarter, 8:37, Elijah Ginnebacher, a 40-yard run. That was about the last possession that the Panther starters played, and the Carrollton Hawks scored in the fourth quarter with 4:50 on the clock. A very nice pass play, Carson Flowers to Eli Flowers, 20-yard completion for their 6 points in the fourth quarter.
Well, the Panthers got that one score in the second half, too, and it's a 46-6 game. But let's take a look at some final stats on the day, Bob.
For the Carrollton Hawks, they had 25 rushing plays for a total of 52 yards. Carson Flowers, 8 carries. Of course, a lot of those are negative yards by any quarterback, Jack, when you're under pressure. The leading rusher for the Hawks, Lucas Howard, 15 carries for 66 yards. Carson completed 8 out of 13 passes for a total of 68. Grant Cox, 2 receptions for 21. Carson Crasher, 1 catch for 17. And, of course, Eli Flowers, a 20-yard pass completion. Panther individual statistics, first for the team totals, 39 rushes for 234 yards, 4 pass attempts. Nick completed 3 of those for a total of 59. 43 plays from scrimmage, 293 yards of offense for the Panthers. A variety of players participating in that. The leading number of ball carriers, Drew Pavin, 8 carries for 70 yards. Elijah Ginnebacher, 9 carries for 69 yards. Joseph Friday, 5 carries for 16. Wyatt Skimmerhorn, 3 for 9. Nick Moore, 5 carries, Jack, for 68. And remember that 58-yard run by Nick early in the contest that sort of turned the tide. Nate Peters, 2 carries for 18, including a touchdown run. Connor Griffin, 5 carries for 16 yards. Nick was 3 out of 4 for 59 yards. 2 to Jack Thompson for 32, 1 to Drew Pabin for 27.
Well, it's time for us to name our player of the game. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And today, for the first time this season, even though he could have got it a lot of times and lots of people could have been the player of the game, it's going to go the way of quarterback and cornerback Nick Moore, who had a touchdown run today of almost 60 yards, 3 or 4 passing. His completion totals on the season got to be better than the quarterback, the Sanders kid from Colorado, quite honestly, and just does so many things right for this squad to keep everybody settled. 3-year starter Nick Moore will be our player of the game. Well, the Panthers moved to 8-0. The Hawks moved to 5-3. Hawks play Route next week, 1 o'clock, I'm going to guess, at McMurray Field. And I'm going to tell you what, folks, you get an opportunity to get out there and watch that one. It ought to be a shootout. I give the Hawks a kind of an edge here because they're a little bit more of an edgy team, and they'll play good defense against Route. But, you know, with Creviston in the game, they're going to put a lot of points up on the board throwing the ball. It ought to be a shootout for those two. Next week on Friday night, senior night for the Panthers, will be there as they entertain West Central. Looking forward to seeing Matt Coldis' team, too. Final score here from Carrollton on a beautiful Saturday afternoon on a beautiful field. Great hospitality, 46-6. The Panthers get the win. And we'll end it today and remind you, because of what happened this week, folks, always hug your kids and tell them you love them. Every time you see them, bedtime, waking up, because you never know if you'll get another chance. But let them know also that the Lord Jesus Christ loves them even more than you and I. For Bob Ray, Tim Hall, Phoenix Bacon, Reg Pullman, and the gang here at Carrollton, 46-6 from Carrollton Field, another Central Illinois sports presentation.